Hi everyone. So everyone is sitting right now and looking at the lists and having their first thoughts for version 3, right? So a lot of lists are ticking in to me. If you want to send me yours, my email is in the description for this video. And this first one comes from Australia, from Clementine, who writes that I've been watching your channel for 8 months or so. I burned out on GW games and decided to try BEA for the new edition. Welcome. Having trouble building lists due to the middling Soviet national rules. Well, the Soviets are not massively benefited by their national rules, but they are massively benefited by the units that you can take. So if you're, and this all comes down to your playstyle, whether you like to play historical bold action, whether you like to play casual bold action, or whether you like to play competitive bold action. For competitive bold action, at least for version 2, Soviets have been the second army. Brits were the first. But Soviets were a close second, and their units were actually a lot better than the Brits. So I will be addressing Soviets quite extensively, of course, as I will try to cover most of the armies, all of the armies. But for now, Clementine, I'm just going to go and look at your lists, and let me just find them. That wasn't it. Oh, here they are. So this is what Clementine is thinking. So first list, rifle platoon with platoon commander, extra attendance 2, yes, because that makes your officer into a small infantry platoon. Commissar with extra people, maybe not needed, depends. And then strap bats, 4 times 12 strap bats, that's a lot of dudes, a lot of dudes. Well, they're pretty cheap, so, and they're unarmed, which means they can't do anything, but, yeah, you know, the enemy is going to have to chew through all of them. Regular sniper, seems like a nice little platoon here. Lots of infantry bodies to throw at the enemy. And another with commissar, platoon commander, 4 inexperienced 12-man strap bats with unarmed dudes. Yeah. Yep. That's a horde. I'm not sure hordes will work in version 3, but you know, we'll figure it out. Heavy weapons platoon, inexperienced platoon commander. You can already see it's the old points being used here. The new platoon commander is 21 points. 4 regular medium mortars with spotters each. They're a little bit more expensive now, but yeah. HMG teams, yes, I think the Soviet HMG might actually be a good idea. And dog teams, because of course you take dog teams. There's no reason to buy SMGs for them though. Just have them have the rifles cheap as possible. Regular anti-tank team, nah, I wouldn't buy that. I would just get more dogs. The dogs are awesome. And another heavy weapons platoon. So another inexperienced platoon commander. 31 order dice. Wow, that's a lot. 4 more mortars. You're going to absolutely win the forward deployment game here. You have sniper and you've got so many spotters, right? Rough. Yeah. Another HMG team, a couple of dog mines more. Yeah, that's a good list. Yeah. Second list is 18 order dice, a lot more sensible, and it sort of shifts the focus here to regular guards. I'm not sure 6-man platoons are big enough for version 3. My experience so far has been that your infantry dies really easily. But, you know, worth a try. I'm not sure the commissar is necessary here either. The Lees are really good. And with the +1 bonus now to hit on anti-tank guns, and they have 2 anti-tank guns, I think they're really worth it. And an AA gun, also very much worth it. So there's 4 AA guns here and 4 inexperienced horse-drawn limbers. The horse-drawn limbers, of course, not going to do anything. So of these 2 lists, the first one I think is better, but this one does have an armored platoon with 3 lead tanks. The final list here is 16 order dice. Yeah, that's too low for 1250. Strafbats, Shirkas, dog mines. What are you spending the points on? Recce platoon. Nah, I'm sorry. That's not worth it. So Lend-Lease universal carriers with HMGs, they are worth it though. But I mean, all of this is just chaff. Yeah, this list, I wouldn't go with that one. Right, so that was the list from Clementine. I also got a couple of lists from Jack, and this is what he's thinking. So 15 order dice, 1250, German rifle platoon, Waffen-SS lieutenant, 30 points. Yeah, this is the old points. Waffen-SS unit, submachine guns, rifles. Again, I'm not sure that these sizes are what's going to be. We're going to have to mess around with the sizes. Now, the light machine guns for inexperienced dudes, I really like. The thing here is, you get 4 shots on your light machine guns, but you do get 36-inch range, and you're very, very likely to hit, because you're hitting on 5s now. The inexperienced dudes, that's only -1. So you're hitting on 5s. You're rolling 4 dice. You're hitting on 5. You're very likely to hit. That is a little pin machine that can actually work in your back lines. Are they very likely to die? Yes, sure, they are. But keep them back and shoot. Half tracks, I think these are going to be way cheaper in the next edition. So... And yeah, this is what a lot of people playing competitive Germany is looking at right now. The Howling Cows, just because you can spam so many of them. And this was one of the things that I've already stated that I am not a fan of with the new edition. Multi-launchers is going to be spammable. I've already said I don't like multi-launchers in the game, like spammed multi-launchers. 1, maybe even 2, I can get on board with, because it adds a tactical element. It encourages your enemy to spread out. But 3, 4, 5, 6, you can take 9+ multi-launchers now, and that is not fun. It's not a fun game. But for competitive purposes, I do understand where this is coming from, because that is a lot of multi-launchers, and that's going to win games, just on that. A Panzer III, that's the darker Panzer, which is still good. And then the 222, which is still good as well. And a Lorraine Slepper. I'm not sure about the Lorraine Slepper. I'm not massively a fan in version 3. It was good in version 2, but I'm not, yeah. Simply because of the changes to howitzers. I'm not sure that will work. And then he also looks at Americans, 21 order dice, 1250. Again, the points are the old points, so they're going to change. Veteran pairs with BARs, they're going to be good in any edition, right? They're always going to be good. Stubborn and all the jazz. And the BAR in version 3 will mean that you have the reach, and because you're pushing forward, 30-inch range. And that, a US engineer platoon. Now, a lot of people looked at the engineer platoon initially and said, wow, we're gonna get so many flamethrowers. And yeah, you are. But the flamethrowers have been massively nerfed. Because right now, they're going down in their penetration value. You're getting a pin when you use them. It's a lot more difficult to get in range of using them, to push up, because soft skin vehicles are now basically useless. They're really easy to kill. And that means that the engineers are going to have a tough time. Now for this engineer platoon, 1, 2, 3 engineers, and then 1, 2, 3 flamethrowers, they're going to need so many vehicles. Dodges, so that's a flamethrower and an engineer in each dodge. These dodges are going to be bullet magnets, massive bullet magnets. Everything the enemy has is going to be shooting at them. They're going to die, and the infantry inside and the flamethrower teams are going to get killed because they're just regulars, right? Each of these units that sits in a dodge that blows up will get D6 hits. It dies. Heavy weapons platoons. Now, heavy weapons platoons for Americans. You get access to bazookas, you have mortars. Yeah, I like it. I'm not sure about the jeeps. I don't think they're needed, but maybe for the bazooka teams, maybe. Right, so that was it from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. A lot of lists are coming in. Many of them are still using the old points, but I mean, new points are out. Go check out your rulebook and let me know what you think about list building. Cheers.